Superannuation. You've heard about it multiple times, but it still sounds complicated. You have a super fund, but you have no idea what you need to know about super or what you should do with your fund? Well, then you found the right video. In this video, I will answer the 10 most basic and crucial questions about super. Welcome, I'm Sabrina from retireon.com.au. Here are the 10 questions that I'm going to answer in this video. What is super? How does it work? How to calculate the super guarantee, and is it stable? Can I choose my super fund? How to choose a good fund? Insurance. What happens to the money in my super fund? How can I boost my super? When and how can I access my super? And the limits that are in place. What is super? Super, or superannuation for long, is something that touches almost all Australians. It's an automated way to save for your retirement. Actually, super is one of the 3 pillars of retirement income in Australia. The other 2 are the aged pension and income that you have from other personal savings accounts. So the idea of super is that you put money into your super funds account while you work. It keeps accumulating over time. And while it's in your super fund, it's invested on your behalf and it gains investment returns. And those returns again are invested as well. So it grows your super even more. This has a snowball effect. So by the end, when you retire, you hopefully have a very nice balance in your super account. So how does it work? Once you work as either a casual or a permanent employee and you earn more than $450 in a calendar month, you are entitled to employer contributions. These contributions are called the super guarantee, and it's currently 9.5% from your before tax income. These 9.5% of your income are paid into your super account. And the good thing is that this money that goes into your super account is only taxed at 15% and not the marginal tax rate, your personal tax rate, that may be quite higher than that. How to calculate the super guarantee, and is it stable? Well, to best answer this question, let's look at an example. Let's assume that you earn $82,000 before tax per year. That's the annual average rounded income of an Australian. So the super guarantee is 9.5%, or in other words, that's $7,790. This amount is paid into your super account on top of your salary. Is the super guarantee stable? Well, actually, it's not. It was scheduled to increase to 10% by the 1st of July 2015, but this didn't happen. The government decided to slow down the increase. It is now supposed to increase to 10% by the 1st of July 2021 and keep increasing to 12% by July 2025. But that's just what's planned at the moment, and who knows if that's really going to happen if the political environment changes in the future. Can I choose my super fund? Yes, most people can choose their super fund, but to be sure, you should check with your employer if you can choose yours. If you can choose, or if you would like to switch, you can complete the Superannuation Standard Choice form that you can download from the ATO, or maybe even your employer can provide you with one to organize this. Some people are unable to choose their fund, so their money will be paid into the default super fund, also known as a My Super account. How to choose a good fund? Well, that's a tricky question, and it's really not easy to find a good fund. There are so many and everybody claims to be the best. According to the government website Money Smart, there are 6 features that you should look at when choosing a fund. The fees, the investment options, the extra benefits, the performance, the insurance, and the services they offer. There are also comparison sites that allow you to compare the funds, and it's a very good idea to have a look at them. And once you narrow down some funds that you're interested in, then look at the product disclosure statements. That allows you to look at all the details and compare the funds. And if you still have questions, then give them a call and get all the questions answered. Insurance. Most super funds come with insurance for death, disability, and income protection. Once you join the fund, you're automatically covered for those 3 things. But if you don't want to be covered, you have to tell your super fund. The good thing is that insurance through your super fund is likely to be cheaper than if you would get it independently. But on the other hand, it's something else you have to look into when choosing a fund. What happens to the money in your super fund? As I mentioned before, your money is invested. Most funds offer several options you can choose from, but if you don't choose, your money is usually invested in the balanced option. This is a medium risk investment option that allows you to grow your money by investing into a mix of different asset classes. Depending on where you stay in your life, you may want to choose a different investment option, a more aggressive one if you want to grow your money more, but also have time to compensate potential losses, or a more conservative one if you already have a nice sum in your account and you want to preserve it. Because that's the thing you need to keep in mind. With investments, there's always the chance of negative returns, of losses. It all depends on the market fluctuations. It may be a good idea to talk to a financial advisor to figure out which is the best investment strategy for you. Actually, some super funds offer this service to their members. How to boost your super. If you would like to grow your super more than with just your employer contributions, you can make personal contributions. There are 4 ways on how to do that. The first one is salary sacrificing. A certain amount that you define is deducted from your pre-tax salary by your employer and sent in addition to your employer contributions into your super account. Then there's personal after-tax contributions. So this is from your after-tax income, and it can be set up as a regular payment by your employer that gets deducted from your after-tax salary and sent into your super account. Or you can just make a contribution personally from your bank account into your super fund's bank account. And there's also bank transfer. That's actually the same thing. You transfer it from your bank account into the super account. But it's more meant for bigger transfers, like one-off transfers, and not something that happens automatically and regularly. And then there's super transfers. The idea here is that you consolidate your multiple super fund accounts into just one main account. There is also government contributions that allow you to grow your super if you're a low-income earner. If your salary is below $37,697, the government contributes up to $500 if you make a $1,000 contribution from your taxed income. And if your income is between this limit and $52,697, your maximum entitlement decreases progressively as your income increases. When and how can I access my super? When to access your super depends on your age. I recommend you to watch my other video which explains this in detail. But in short, you can access your super once you reach preservation age. Have a look at this table. It shows you your preservation age according on your birth date. How to access your super? Well, there's 3 options on how you can access your super. You can take out a lump sum. You can move your money into an account-based pension account within your super that allows you to take a regular income from your super, or you can make a combination of both. Again, the video I've mentioned shows you this in detail. And the last question we have to talk about is the limits. There are actually caps in place that you need to be aware of. You can only contribute $25,000 a year into your super fund, and this includes both the personal and the employer contributions. And you can only have a total amount of 1.6 million in your super fund. So these are the basics you need to know about superannuation. Do you have any questions left? Please feel free to post them in the comment section below. I would really appreciate if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, please keep in mind that any advice given in this video has been prepared without taking into consideration your personal objectives, financial situation, or needs. So before you act on any of this advice, please make sure that it suits your needs. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.